over here. Testing. Sound check. We are live from the chamber. Welcome to the sanctuary. You know I like to keep it raw because we are authentic. Always love. This is what it is. Always love. Peace, greetings, fam. We are live at the sanctuary, but I had to take the spaceship and travel across town to have an intimate, intergalactical, and transcendental experience with the one and only Slade.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being you. The sanctuary is so happy to have you, to have us here in this space, your home, the chamber.
You feel me?
It's amazing to finally be in the sanctuary.
Welcome. I wanted you to come in the first time.
Right.
You had to go, you had to dip really quick. I'm like, damn. But nah, everything happens on divine time.
I try to slow down sometimes.
No, I understand.
Be on a mission, but I'm here. I'm happy to be here. And I'm really intrigued with the art that you got going on. And so I want to know about the muse behind the chamber. Like what inspired it? How did you receive the vision?
Well, it all started with my best friend Ja. So I never thought I was really gonna make music for real, like not professionally. Like I just treated it like a computer game for real. But like once like me and Ja reconnected, he was like, no, like you can, like he looked at me like, no, you can do this. Like I really believe in you. You can really do this for real. Like everything switched. So it just been me and him ever since. So we started out in my brother's old bedroom, and then we were like, yo, let's build something in the basement. Then it floods. We get it repaired. We get the basement repaired. Floods again. So we're like, no. So we were up in the room for like 2 years, you feel me? Then we finally made our final repairs down here. It was like a 2-year process. And it's still a process, honestly. Like, I'll be scared every time I'm down here. Like, if I see any type of water, I'm like, no, like, people be spilling water down here. I'm like, no, clean that up. Trauma.
Where's the floaty?
That's what I'm saying. So, like, after that, it just kind of, like, when we were upstairs, we were just dreaming of what this space could be. We were just manifesting, like, in my brother's room, like, yo, we get the bigger space, we can do this, we can bring these artists through, we can do this, like, we were just dreaming. And so when we finally were able to get it, my mother was like, look, I see the work that you're putting in. And my mother and my father used to own a label, so they know a lot about the music industry and stuff like that. So she helped me get like all this soundproofing panels. Like she went half on me. She helped like put them up with me. Same with my uncle. Then I just got stuff little by little. People were just donating. The desk was my father's, so I used that. You know what I mean? And
the support is so genuine.
Yes. Everybody helped and pitched in. My brother Kovu, he like dropped thousands of dollars in here on software, microphones. He helped me put that vocal booth up. Like, so it was everybody's love child. Just everybody who was in that room just talking about, yo, we can do this, we can do that. Just being kids again, Like, so we just were able to put it into action. I saved up my bread, saved up my money, and just made sure that, we were able to make sure the space was like really usable, because I didn't want to just rush and just do something because I was so anxious to get it out. You know what I'm saying? Because when we have a vision, like you just want to act on it right away. I think that's just that like still that immaturity left in me.
Passion.
No, but it's that no, but real, it's that raw passion. But learning how to control it is the maturity. And I had to like, no, I'm just gonna be patient. And I sometimes I miss that room. Some days like, yo, that energy we had in there was crazy. When it was just like, there was no soundproofing, no nothing. We didn't hear a difference or anything. You feel me? But like, I just, after that, my brother, he's also a rapper. His name is Sir Tizzy. He was like, yo, you need a name for the studio? I got a name for you. I'm like, all right, what's the name? He was like, yo, let's call it the Hyperbolic Art Chamber. You watch Dragon Ball? Like, nah, it's like the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. So in the hyperbolic time chamber on Dragon Ball, all the Z fighters, like whenever they were like facing somebody who was like crazy and they thought they couldn't beat, they would go to like the hyperbolic time chamber, and in that chamber, like they would be in there for 2 days, but in the chamber it'd feel like 2 years or something like that. So by the time they come out 2 days later, they already were like, okay, you feel me? Like,
transformation.
Exactly. So he was like, nah, because when we get in that space, it's gonna be the same thing, but like for art.
Feeling it.
So then he was like, but for short, we can call it the chamber. And I'm like, fuck it, I don't care. Let's go. Let's go.
No, that's
and
great.
then from there, I made the logo. Like I like the next day, I'm like,
I love the brand too. The brand is great.
I love it. Thank you.
Oh.
Like, so from there, just did a complete rebrand. You know what I mean? And then the rest was history. I don't really
history in the making.
You know,
it's still unfolding.
I don't ever go against my big brother. Whatever you say.
I really admire that the creativity behind the name of the chamber, because when people come in, that's what's happening, you know. You don't lose, you dissolve time, and you be in the void space. If you've seen Soul, the void is the creative zone. So they come in and they're in that space, and then when they leave, they're like a whole new version of themselves. It's nice,
bro. It's a blessing. I don't take it for granted at all.
So you mentioned Ja, and I know he's an artist that you worked with intimately.
Yep, my best friend.
And he had I think a mini tour, was it, or a few live shows?
Yeah, he did.
So my question is, in that space with him, were you more of a manager, or was it still co-creating, partnership type vibe?
It was kind of both. Like in that stage, like especially like when you're an independent artist, really it's all hands on deck. So everybody was doing a little bit of managing for real, but I'm co-executive of SOG, Sons of God, of his brand, you know what I'm saying? We worked out a deal, but that was earlier, like when we were sitting at the kitchen, he was telling me, no, you could do this. We made those plans like right then and there, like, bro, we're gonna go 50-50 on everything. We're gonna build this brand, we're gonna, you know what I mean? So it's always been like, of course I do things that are like a manager's position, and I always tell artists, like, I'll help you with this, but eventually we're both gonna need managers, you feel me? But when you're in this early stage, everybody on the team is doing something, you know what I'm saying? Some piece of what a manager is supposed to do before we can get somebody who can really step into that role and has the connections to really, really do what a manager is supposed to do. But yeah, we were definitely producing, and then we had business meetings, you know what I'm saying? We work on advertising, and like the stuff I learned from him is like really how I really produce all of my artists. Really, like the artists that are like working in the chamber, I help with rollout, promotion, we get budgets together, we do video treatments, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like an incubator, you know?
Yeah.
So everything I learned with Ja is really helped me be able to like learn how to develop an artist. Like Ja was like really like, everything I did with him, that was my first time doing. So yeah,
you did a great job for the first time.
I appreciate it.
So I'm curious, would you ever consider being a manager for an artist?
Oh, like probably what I want to do is like the artists that I have now, I feel like my roster is pretty full on the chamber, but so I want to just help these artists that I'm working with now grow and become the biggest that they can possibly be and the biggest that they want to be. And from there, like I say, like when I'm like 35, I want to just keep coming back to Baltimore and helping young kids who I believe in. So yeah, I see myself with a roster of artists. You feel me? Like we're gonna be doing this interview. We're gonna be doing this interview 10 years later, and I'm gonna be doing the same thing. Like, yeah, I got this new young nigga. You feel me? Yeah, he nice. He only 15, but he nice. I got him. You know what I mean? Like that's what I want to do. I want to come back here. I want to build. Well, I can't say too much, but I'll share some of my plans. But I want to build like studios, like a bunch of studios in Baltimore, like. Not even just studios, like little STEM centers that are mobile all around Baltimore City, computer labs all around Baltimore City. I just want to bring access back, to the city, and I feel like that will breed so much creativity, so much, bro. We don't even know what kind of. It's so many talented people here already. Like, look at the art scene. Imagine if you have people like really putting that time in, really putting that money. I don't give a fuck about a profit. You know what I mean? Just let the kids have it.
Community thriving.
Exactly. So I definitely see that for myself later on.
I love that. So you have a roster. How many can you, if you want to express, how many artists are you working with at the moment?
10.
10 artists?
Yeah.
What's your max in a moment?
15.
15.
It's hard to keep track because some of them are from out of state, you know what I mean? And so not all of them are in Baltimore, but I say on a weekly to 2 week basis, I see like all 10 of them in a week. You feel me? We have a good schedule going on, a good routine. We all support each other, help each other. It's all pretty cool. Like, yeah.
I want to know how does that flow for someone that's out of state and they want to work with, or they are working with you, and you're here.
Poet 22 is from Wisconsin.
Yes,
so
I'm aware.
she flies down, and we actually, when we first made her album Chrysalis, we talk about this all the time, but it was so crazy. We ain't do no FaceTime, no nothing. She just flew down. We just came, and she I already was sending her beats. We're already working on it virtually, but once like traveling opened up from the pandemic, she came down. We just recorded the whole album in a week, you know. So the whole week she was here. So like. With virtual, but that's not all of them. Not all of them wanna even come to Baltimore. So I gotta like, usually we work virtually. I'll send them beats and stuff like that, and they'll go like they'll have their own engineers. They'll record themselves and stuff like that. But yeah, those aren't really artists who I work too closely with, other than like Poet 22. You know what I mean? Like those artists I don't necessarily help with rollout or anything like that. You know, we just strictly keep it on the creative. But yeah.
Oh man,
that should be.
Before we dive any deeper into your baby,
okay,
I'm gonna call it your baby if that's cool with you. This whole creative journey. What you say?
I said my womb.
Your womb. Right. We celebrating womb in the womb. I say right. Taking the power back. Where it all starts. I definitely just stuttered. But anywho, tell us a little bit about your roots of who you are.
Like,
and not just as the creator, the producer, the designer, the songwriter, the magician, like Tamara. Slade.
Yeah.
Who are you? Where do you descend from?
Well, grew up here, Baltimore. No, went to school, Baltimore County, you feel me? Pleasant Plains, Lock Raven, you know. Then, that's such an open-ended question though. Like what you?
Listen, because it gives yourself, you know, the whole self, mind, body, and spirit to come out and to be vulnerable and express whatever you feel you want to share.
I ain't bet. So, you know, grew up, mother, father. I grew up with 2 older siblings, my sister Charmaine, my brother Tayron, or Sir Tizzy. But yeah, growing up, it was kind of, I'm the youngest, so growing up, I mean, it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it, but it was a lot going on all the time. So like I kind of had to like fall into like drawing and like creating my own universe a lot of times. You feel me? To like escape a lot of this shit, because it's like how quiet it is right now. It was not that quiet when I grew up. Like always some yelling, always some you ain't do that, like always some. So I really just had to like learn to like enjoy time by myself, learn to like really what I liked, you feel me? Like I would just learn to create characters, create voices, write songs, you know what I mean? Like I learned how to really use my imagination to get out of certain situations, you feel me, very early. But grew up, then I started hooping. I thought I was gonna play basketball for real. That's what was gonna be my career for real. And then I got injured like 8th grade. I had like a concussion, and that just really shifted my whole focus, because then I realized like I don't even like this shit like that. Like I just like what comes with it. Like I like being able to leave class early. I like being, you know what I mean? I like the camaraderie with my teammates. But
this is not what I'm made for.
You know, like and then also like when I was 8, like I looked up like how much a WNBA player makes, and at the time it was like $40,000, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like I'm not, all the stuff that I'm doing now, like 6 a.m. weight training, you know what I mean, conditioning in the summer, practicing on weekends, maybe 2 times on a weekend, always traveling for tournaments.
So
I'm like, I'm doing
that
all
imagination still flowing?
Nah, bro. That cut it off right there. I'm like, bro, 40,000. Like, bro, that's not that for me. I'm like, bro, that's no money for me. I have to like, and they were saying like a lot of WNBA players work a second job. I'm like, what's the point? I'm literally killing myself. So, yeah, I couldn't. So at that point, like, I'm like, okay, that another real reality. Women don't get paid as much. So let me think of something else I want to do. So I started like, okay, let me actually take this design thing seriously. Let me take art seriously. That's the only thing I really like other than basketball. So went to this high school for like IMP. That's like interactive media production. I learned graphic design, video editing, and animation. So from there, that's really where I learned all my skills.
That's a quite toolbox you got there, man.
Yeah, I really don't like the video shit. I really don't. I hate it. It is so bad. Oh my goodness, it's terrible. Like, it's like what music is times 10, and then you're adding visuals to it times 10. Like, it's nah. It's not cool. It's not cool.
I just imagine like Megamind.
Yes,
your pulsing brain veins popping out.
I don't like it.
Staring at the screen.
I don't like it. But I'll do it. I do it for out of necessity now, of course. But it's not something that I really enjoy. But I'm grateful for everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful that I took that route, because that really propelled me for when like me and Ja reconnected. That propelled us for everything we were able to do visually. Didn't have to reach out to anybody for graphics. You know what I mean? Like that really like helped build the whole entire brand, honestly. I was in Virginia with my homegirl. I was with Put, and we were in this African shop, like this African spirituality shop. Now we were in Williamsburg, Virginia. Now we just got done a tour, and they were saying that there was a lot of ghosts in Williamsburg, like a lot of spirits that be in Williamsburg. Right. So we were like, oh shoot, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what's up. I believe it. So bro, we in this shop, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna check out. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh shoot, let me hurry up so this man can come from behind us and, you know, get what he need to get.
Fucking spirit.
Wasn't nobody there.
It was his spirit. You felt it.
I was like, bro,
presence strong.
Yeah, I'm like, when we left, I was like, y'all, I felt the presence in that shop. They're like, you ain't say nothing. I'm like,
nah, you ain't feel it. We not gonna talk about it no more.
I know.
That's wild. Speaking of spirituality, do you feel what you got going on is part of your higher mission here?
Definitely. I feel like my biggest purpose is really just to bring joy to people. You know what I mean? To inspire people, but really just to bring joy. Like, even as a kid, like, I was like always just a funny kid, and like it would just make my entire day. Like, people would be like, oh, Tamir, you make my day, or like, I love talking to you. Like, every time I talk to you, I know I'm gonna have a good laugh. Like, stuff like that I would hear a lot as a kid, and that just make me really happy. So like, I knew like, okay, this is what I like to do. I like to entertain people. I like to make them feel happy. So and I want to do that because I like looking at like Michael Jackson when I was a kid, like, or Beyonce, like artists who like made me feel that happy, and I'd run to the TV to go watch them. You know what I'm saying? How much they would inspire me. I want to do that for another black girl out there. You feel me? So
you speak of inspiration on a few artists. Is there any other inspirations to your creative process?
Definitely Party Next Door. I feel like sonically, but the way that he did everything coming into the game, like, it really introduced me to like artists making their music by themselves at home, no engineer, no big fancy studios. Cause like whenever I'd see like people making music, like when I saw Timbaland making beats with Jay-Z, like they were in a big ass studio, like I thought that's what it had to be. But knowing that he was making his music by himself and recording himself, like that opened my mind up. And that was like back in 2013, so that even like allowed me to even be like able to be swayed by Ja. You know what I'm saying? Like by the time like me and him linked up, I'm like, okay, he is right. This is possible. Cause you know what I mean? Like, so, and even just like his whole sound just changed the way I looked at music. Like knowing he was producing himself, like everything about it, the aesthetic, like, yeah, it's definitely Party Next Door. It's definitely.
This is great.
That's my style.
So you mentioned that you are a songwriter, and I want to know if you have ever vocalized your own songs or if someone else has performed them.
Oh, definitely. It's a lot of songs that are out I've co-written on, like a good amount of them. I do a lot of co-writing with Sun Kovu mostly, but a lot of songs that I produce I also help co-write, so yeah. But as far as me voicing them, that's coming soon. I am working on an EP right now, and that should be dropping.
Stay tuned.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say when it's dropping, but it's gonna be dropping pretty soon.
Sweet, sweet. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
looking forward to it.
Bro, I'm excited.
Is there a song you said you co-write? So if for the listeners out there, if they want to get a feel for your style, whatnot.
I co-wrote Usual with Poet 22. That's the one I could think of off the top of my head. What else? Also, if they want to listen to Waiting by Sun Kovu, Take It Slow, or even High School Confessions by Sun Kovu.
That one.
That's the one.
I already heard that. High School Confessions. Who's by?
Sun Kovu. Just listen to Sun Kovu. Me and him really collaborate. You feel me? We really get in here. We made a new genre of music. So a new genre. So me and him really lock in. Like, he helps me with production and arrangement even, you know what I'm saying? Like, we combine and we're one brain.
That's how it has to be sometimes, you know? With the synchronous. We have merged into oneness, guys. Could you spell the name of the artist?
SUNKOVU. Yeah.
Alright, cool.
That's how he be spelling it. So
I'm gonna trust his
you know.
So, what kind of artists do you attract to work with?
I attract a lot of different people. You know, it's I want to say for the most part, a lot of the artists who I'm locked in with and who I'm like really working with closely, we all have the same goal of really trying to help people with our music. But we all want to take this to the highest level that we possibly can. You know what I'm saying? And help each other. Exactly. Like, we all have big plans of what we want to do for this city and other cities, what we want to do for the country. We all kind of like understand what we want to do creatively, how we want to push music forward. Like, we all just have similar goals. So I feel like the artists that I really attract, like, really are just like-minded. You feel me? Like,
we feeling that tribe.
It's a family. It's a family. You know, it's a family.
So I know, like, creating is a process, and sometimes it can become overwhelming. And I want to know about your self-care rituals you do.
Child, I'm still learning. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, that's really one of the biggest things, because I'm in here at least 12 hours a day on a good day. You know what I mean? I'm in here at least till 3 a.m. most days. So it's really hard to take care of myself and balance myself out. Like, that's really the biggest thing for me. Like, because I'm a people pleaser in a sense. Like, I'll put other people's needs in front of mine. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, but I just want to help people, and and I'm so hungry to get there. Like, I don't really care what it takes. You know, I just don't, like, okay, I'll
extreme
it to the extreme though. Like, and I'm willing to, because I play sports. Like, I've learned to like push past like discomfort in order to get to a goal. And sometimes I apply that in the wrong sense. So I'll push past. So I'll definitely push past some hunger and finish another session real quick, or push past some hunger and let me make sure I send these stems out. Let me make sure, you know what I mean? I'll definitely miss out on some sleep if it means, okay, I gotta wake up earlier because I gotta get to this meeting, or I gotta, you know what I mean? I'll do that in a heartbeat. I don't really. So I've just now implemented, you know, Sundays are my off days. So that's really where I'm like, no phone on do not disturb all day. You know, I got my face mask on, catching up on my shows, laying down, eating fruit, just living life. Like, but I'm still learning to take that balance, because like I've really just been noticing like all the accolades and stuff that I thought that I wanted is just gonna come with this anyway. That's not really what I care about. Do I care that I was in the studio for 12 hours? If like my nephew's like, Auntie, come play with me, why don't you, you know what I mean? And I'm like, what is more important in that moment?
Yes.
And I just want to be able to spend as much time with all the people that I have around me, for as long as possible, you know what I mean? So I feel like when I die, I'm not gonna be thinking about how much I grinded or those stems I sent out fucking media. Like, I'm gonna be thinking about those times with my nephew, those times even times in here, because I'm with my family. Like, these are like, we are real friends outside of music as well, all my artists, you feel me? So, and we are very serious about keeping those two relationships very separate. So even moments in here, like, I'll think about, but like, it'll mostly be those real human connections. It won't be any of this bullshit, like, you know? So I keeping myself centered on that. But it's hard to really take care of yourself doing this and working with this many people and having this many demands, and it's really hard to keep that balance, because I don't have a good example of that. Like, my parents just work.
We're definitely feeling the generational curses.
Yeah, feel me? Like, I do not know what that looks like. Like, what? Rest? What?
So what I personally, even though the interview's not about me, but what I personally do, I've come up with like this thing, you know, it's monthly challenges.
Yeah, okay.
You know, going with your curiosities and the awareness in the moment, and challenge yourself for a month to complete a task or anything you could think of, you know, something you never thought you would do. I was wondering, like, does that sound intriguing to assist with that process? Like, no pressure. Nah, because challenge, no, you know, it kind of feels...
I'm an Aries, so that just clicked for me. I was like, challenge. That sounds fun.
Because, you know, it creates a momentum.
Yes, I love it.
It creates a momentum of growth.
I need something, so I'm glad you gave me like that bit of advice. I'm definitely gonna implement that, because it's certain things that I've been wanting to do, places I've been wanting to go, and I just put it off. And
that's a part of your self-care. You don't even have to be face mask and popcorn watching a movie. It can literally go learn how to play the guitar, or go skateboard for an hour, do this anything. You know, there's just no limits except for the limits you create in your mind.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna take that into account, because I feel like that's really what I'm gonna need moving forward. Because if I don't learn it now, when am I ever gonna have time to? So you're right.
I like to bring my inner child into it, and like, okay, this is me, mini me, and this is me, adult me. So adult me has to be a parent and reparent mini me. And so I grab my little me hand, like, okay, we got this. We can do this. I got you. You're hungry? Okay, let me feed you. Like, literally getting into that creative space mentally with yourself, and project yourself in different aspects, and make joy out of it. Like you said, you know, you like bringing joy to other people, bring joy to your inner child.
That's real talk.
And so every time you're doing things that's in your mind projected as self-care, you know, like, I'm doing this for my inner child. If that helps, add motivation to it.
Feel me? My homegirl, she was like, you need to, like you just said basically, but learning to gentle parent yourself. You feel me? Like, and that's really what I've been trying to do. Like, even just with my thoughts, like, I try to talk to myself in like gentle parenting, like, because like we talk to ourselves like sometimes in our parents' voice or whoever our guardian's voice, and I'm like, no, let me stop that. I'm like, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you? You in the corner like, what do I do? I'm like, let me stop. Like, okay, like, all right, just try to be more gentle with myself in that way. So like, I definitely understand that, you know what I'm saying, all the way around.
I just want to say I'm proud of you.
I appreciate it.
For bringing forth the awareness, for accepting the truth in the moment, and knowing that you can expand beyond the limits.
I appreciate that. That means a lot.
And for everyone listening, including myself, my past self, my future self, we are worthy of soft love in a simple life.
Amen.
Say it again. We are worthy of soft love in a simple life.
Amen.
And that's what we promote over at The Heart Within. If you don't know, now you know.
Nigga.
So that you see, it was you said somewhat been difficult. So I want to know, what are some obstacles that you were able to grow through that you wish others won't have to experience as a creator?
I say this all the time, but really getting scammed by those, like, I'll give you 30,000 streams for $5. Like, no, yeah, don't do that. Don't do don't do that. Don't do that. That's like, even just, if it sounds too good to be true, it is. Just use your common sense, use your intuition, and move through it. You need to grow organically. That you want organic connections that will help you throughout everything. You don't want anything you had to pay for, any email you had to pay for that's not organic. You want it all. You want it. You feel me? Like, another thing, I say, really mind the company you keep. You know what I mean? Like, I understand, like, if you're trying to grow, you know what I mean, and you're just so hungry to get out there, but still be selective early on with the people you work with. You know what I'm saying?
Healthy, energetic, and physical and mental boundaries, guys.
You don't gotta work with
protect your peace.
I don't care if they hot or not. You know what I mean? Keep your boundaries. Keep your peace of mind. You know, but I say really mainly those two. But also, for a lot of producers, the biggest thing, like the biggest hurdle, like the first hurdle, is like getting somebody to rap or sing over your beats. I would be trying to network with every artist in your city. But also, a lot of y'all probably in school. Bro, there's people in your school who rap, bro. Talk to you feel me? Talk to
Just go
talk to, like, I say, if you're in school right now, because, like, as a kid, you don't really think about this, and if you do, like, you think it's too much, but networking is key. And I know that sounds like kind of vague because they don't explain it to you, but just make friends. That weird kid that just be sticking straws up his nose, he's gonna be a CEO one day. I know it don't look like it right now. Bro, somebody's gonna own a business. She might, like, you never know how these connections can help you. Cause look at me and Ja. I literally met him freaking at 7 years old, just making fart jokes. Like, weird. And now look, like, we created a legacy together. We created a brand together. We created a business together. You know what I mean? So, I know networking sounds pretty vague, but just be more open. I know probably, like, a lot of people are depressed, and, like, especially as a teenager, you be, like, in your own head, like, everybody hates me. Bro, get out of that. All that is not cute. Like, it's cringy. It's cringy. Bro, just smile at people you never smiled at before. Say hi to everybody.
Smile at yourself.
Exactly. Because I know you ain't never did that.
Starts with yourself, too.
Exactly. Bro.
Get to know yourself.
Exactly.
And then get to know everyone.
Exactly. Bro, just enjoy your time there, and I promise you, those connections will take you to places before you even have to go to college, before you even have to do anything. You know what I mean? So I just focus on, I would say all around, focus on, like you said, making yourself a better person and being the best version of you. Because a lot of the shit that you have to do in this field of work, in this creative space, no matter what medium it is, it relies on soft skills. You know what I mean? It's not about how good you are at producing. If you're a good person, I'm gonna want you in the studio. I'm gonna want you in here.
And you're gonna expand. You're gonna learn from being in that room.
Bro, you get in the room by just being a good person. But the thing is, I don't care how good you are. If you're an asshole, okay, yeah, we may be in a situation where we gotta use your beat. Okay, yeah, we're gonna pay you your little whatever, and then we're not gonna talk to you ever again. We're not gonna, you know what I mean? So it like those soft skills of being communicative. When I hit you up about something, can you get back to me on time? Can you are you able to complete due dates on time? Are you a liar? Like, stuff like that. Like, those soft skills take you way further than knowing any of this other shit. You can figure that out on the job. Like, you can literally. Nepotism happens all the time. That's literally what they do. They don't be knowing nothing about anything. Those kids just, a cousin of somebody, a friend of somebody, and they learn. And it's easy to learn, bro. YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, but as long as you're decent, bro, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. But I say just work on yourself first. Work on yourself.
Yeah, we're talking about foundation, guys. Foundation to the self. You know, you gotta get to know yourself, uncover your roots, claim who you are, so you can uproot yourself and be stable and strong and withstand all the hurdles, all the winds, all the storms, all the hate talk and the BS's in the background, because you're glowing.
You feel me?
Because you're blooming. Because you are in your power. I love that you spoke on organic growing, because that's what it's all about. The heart within. It's a tribe where you can have a home away from home and grow organically.
I love that.
So this alignment right here is an honor to be in your presence.
Likewise.
So guys, we're gonna take a soft break since we're using that word, so you can go ahead and stay tuned in, because we're about to have a dance break. I hope you guys enjoyed that. This exclusive dance break was sponsored by the one and only Slade. Go ahead, take the stage.
Thank you so much. I hope you all enjoyed that. That was an exclusive beat nobody has heard just yet. Maybe coming out soon. May or may not. I don't know. Wink, wink, hint, hint. But, yeah. Thank you for allowing me to do that. That was really cool.
Oh man. This is not the end to this journey of collaboration. Please do stay tuned in to the Sanctuary Podcast and the Chamber with Slade. You want to drop your social on there?
Yeah, you can follow me everywhere at Tamira Slade, TAMIRASLADE. You feel me? And show some love.
Any last words of inspiration before we blast off?
I say, no matter what you may be going through right now, I say this is like probably one of the most trying seasons in my life thus far. And I say no matter what you're going through, always remember your purpose, always remember your why, and that can be anything. Today your reason may be, I don't know, I just need a chicken box today. Let me just, it could be the most simplest things. It doesn't need to be anything grand. Your purpose and why can change every day. Your reasoning can change, but you must have one.
Ashe.
Yeah, feel me?
Don't make your life so complicated. To be is all that is, and your being is a success.
Yes,
All of you guys, so very much. I want to shout you out for showing up once again on this beautiful Saturn day. Mm-hmm. Upcoming, The Heart Within will be having a pop-up shop. Prism from Baltimore is doing an event. It's called Light Beams, and it's going to be located at the compound. It's 2239 Kirk Avenue, Baltimore City, at 9 p.m. March the 24th. That's a Friday. It's Venus Day. If you're not busy, come out and celebrate life. The spring equinox is intense, embedded light codes and mystical beings of a great adventure through the cosmos.